tiny word can derail a perfectly good plan. Meet me in the station at Monday may get you sympathy, but probably not company. Why are in, on, and at so difficult when they are only 2 letters each?
Because they do a big job, Bob. These small words tell listeners how we picture time and place, as a point, a surface or line, or a container. Learners often search for one universal rule, but English is really choosing a viewpoint. Tiny words, enormous administrative responsibilities.
So rather than memorizing hundreds of separate sentences, we start with the picture in our heads. What is the simplest picture to keep?
Think of at as a point, on as a surface, line, day, or date, and in as inside a space or within a longer period. It is not a flawless scientific formula. Language enjoys an exception, the way a cat enjoys ignoring instructions. Still, it gives you a dependable first choice in ordinary conversation.
Let's put that on a calendar, because appointments are where many of us suddenly become prepositional philosophers. How does the pattern work with time?
A clock time is a precise point. The class starts at 9 o'clock. A day is a section of the calendar. The class is on Monday. A month, season, or year contains many days. The class is in September, or it happened in 2024. The larger the time container, the more likely we use in.
And when we include all those details in one sentence, is there a natural order?
Yes. English commonly moves from the most precise detail outward. The interview is at 3 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. We use at for the exact time, on for the day, and in for the part of the day. That order sounds natural because it narrows the moment, then places it in a wider setting.
So, in the afternoon, on Thursday, at 3, is like zooming from a wide camera shot to one very specific dot.
Exactly. And it helps with common expressions. We say at noon, at midnight, at dawn, at sunset, and at night. We say in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Then we say on Friday evening, because Friday is a named day. English has decided evenings may wear 2 hats.
That explains why I'll meet you in Monday sounds off, even if the speaker knows Monday is somewhere inside the week.
Right. Days take on. I'll call you on Monday. Exact times take at. I'll call you at 6. Periods take in. I'll tell you in an hour. That last one means 60 minutes from now. The meeting is in 3 p.m. is not natural. It should be at 3 p.m.
There are holiday expressions that seem to wander off the neat path, though. People say at Christmas, but also on Christmas Day.
The meaning changes slightly. At Christmas refers generally to the holiday period. On Christmas Day points to the particular day. There's also a regional difference. British English commonly uses at the weekend, while American English often uses on the weekend or on weekends. Neither side needs to call the grammar police.
Good news for international harmony. Now, places. Does the same point, surface, container idea carry over?
Very much so. Use in for an enclosed space. The keys are in my bag. She's in the kitchen. There are 3 people in the room. We also use in for cities, countries, states, and continents. In Toronto, in Brazil, in Europe. These are treated as areas that contain us.
And on is what happens when the object is touching something like a table or wall?
Yes, your phone is on the table. There's a picture on the wall. We also use on for lines and levels. On King Street, on the 2nd floor, on page 10. It appears in digital spaces too, on the website, on the internet, on television. The internet is not a literal tabletop, but English has made peace with that.
Then at is less about being physically inside and more about identifying a location as a point?
That's a useful way to hear it. I'm at the bus stop. She's waiting at the door. We met at the station. A station can be large, but at presents it as the meeting point or destination. It answers, where are you generally, without necessarily describing your exact position inside the building.
That makes I'm at the library and I'm in the library a surprisingly meaningful pair.
It does. I'm at the library tells you my general location, perhaps even my activity connected with the library. I'm in the library emphasizes that I'm physically inside. The same contrast appears with school. He's at school often describes his usual place or activity, while he's in the school focuses on the building.
So if I say I'm at the library, but I'm actually standing outside looking for the entrance, I have not necessarily lied. I have merely chosen a flexible viewpoint.
Precisely, Bob. Prepositions give us perspective, not a satellite tracking system. Context usually does the rest. If someone needs the exact shelf where you are hiding from overdue book reminders, then I'm in the library, near the history section, is kinder and more useful.
Addresses seem like another place where one word changes the level of detail. What is the safe pattern?
Use at for a complete street address. They live at 18 Victoria Street or meet me at 18 Victoria Street. Use on for the street itself, especially in American English. She lives on Oak Avenue. British English can use on or in with streets, depending on the region, so at for the full address and on for the street is a solid international choice.
Then a sentence can move neatly through all three: at an address, on a floor, in a building.
Exactly. I live at 18 King Street. My apartment is on the 3rd floor. It's in a large old building. Rather than collecting rules like stamps, notice the movement. Exact point, level or surface, enclosed space. That visual sequence is easier to remember in a real conversation.
Travel gives us another classic puzzle. Why are we on a bus, but in a car? Surely both have seats, windows, and somebody eating a very loud snack.
Yes, grammar remains unimpressed by the snack. We usually say on a bus, train, plane, ship, bicycle, or motorcycle. We say in a car or taxi, treating them as enclosed spaces. The verbs match: get on and get off a bus or train, get into and get out of a car or taxi.
And by is different again because it describes the method, not our physical position?
Exactly. I went by train, she travels by bus, they arrived by taxi. When speaking generally, we do not usually say by a train. But you can say, I'm on the train now, because now you are describing where you are. One journey, 2 different questions, 2 useful prepositions.
What about arrive? I hear arrive in Paris, but arrive at the hotel.
That is the same scale of viewpoint. We usually arrive in a city, town, country, or continent. We arrived in Madrid. We arrive at a building, station, airport, or specific point. We arrived at the hotel. A train can stop at Bristol because on that journey, the city is being treated as a stop.
Some phrases simply have to be learned as whole units, don't they? The tidy picture gets us far, but Then English puts on a trench coat and disappears into an alley.
It does, gently. We say at home, at work, at school, at university, at the office, at the airport, and at a party. We say in bed, in danger, and in common British usage, in hospital. We say on holiday, on business, on the phone, on television, and on time.
On time reminds me of its easily confused cousin, in time. Those are not interchangeable, right?
Not at all. If you arrive on time, you arrive at the scheduled moment. The train left on time. If you arrive in time, you arrive before it is too late. We got to the theater in time for the opening scene. One is punctuality. The other is relief. The curtain has not risen without you. Victory.
If someone wants to become more automatic with these words, what should they practice first?
Practice meaningful chunks, not lonely prepositions. Say, I'll see you at 7, on Saturday, and in October. Then pair place phrases. The keys are in the drawer. The cup is on the desk. I'm waiting at the entrance. Repeating complete lines helps your ear connect the word to the situation.
Could we finish with a quick real-life scenario, Evelyn? Something that combines time, travel, and location without making listeners feel they have enrolled in a grammar boot camp.
Try this. I'm at the train station. I'm on platform 4 in front of the ticket office. My train leaves at 5:20 on Tuesday evening. I'm staying at a hotel in Manchester on River Street. Each choice follows the viewpoint. Point, surface or line, container, then precise time.
That is wonderfully practical. Before we go, what is the one question listeners should quietly ask themselves when they hesitate?
Ask, am I talking about an exact point, a surface or day, or a container or longer period? Start with at, on, or in accordingly. Then listen for fixed phrases and learn them whole. You do not need perfection in every sentence. You need enough practice that the choices begin to feel familiar.
Small words, big directions, and fewer accidental meetings on Monday. Thanks, Evelyn. Thanks for listening, and until next time, may your keys be in the drawer, your coffee be on the desk, and your train arrive on time.